Howdy, with this video I want to go over the schedule a little bit, then go over the scholarship essay we're going to be working on and the career project we're going to be working on. Doing this video on February 2nd. Hopefully you're starting to get that self-regulated learner essay finalized and turning in that final submission. And we're going to begin the career project, one by watching this video and seeing what you need to do. When we're in class next Wednesday, we'll be working on the resumes, the academic plans, the scholarship letter, and trying to decide which ePortfolio platform we want to use. Probably going to use either D2L or LinkedIn, or I might give you the choice. Some students don't like all their stuff out on the internet. Other students are like, yeah, I want to get my stuff out there so I can get the job I want. I might just leave it up to you. Some students have a hard time with LinkedIn. It kind of depends on your internet and stuff like that. But we're going to be working on that next week, getting that done. Then we'll start on journals and then start on the essay and work on that all the way up to spring break. So we got a little time on it, but quite a bit to do, but we'll get there. So that's kind of what we're doing until spring break. The first part of the career project, if you go to content in D2L, I've created a material for career project area. You just want to click on that. I've already clicked on it. And the first thing we're going to be working on is a supplemental material for the career essay. I'll go ahead and download that. Whoops. And what we're going to be working with is an academic plan, and there's a separate video showing you how to do this. But you're going to list semester by semester all the classes you need to take till you get your first degree, and you're going to do that in order you're going to take them. So if you're taking Comp 1 in the spring, you're probably already out of order with the perfect schedule Northeast State kind of gives you. It's just a model. 75% students don't even use that. I mean, they use it for a reference, but they don't stay with that schedule. Things happen, you get out of sequence, it's just kind of normal. Also, if you're dual enrollment, you're getting ahead, so you're going to be out of sequence that way, in a good way. The other video will show you how to do that. Same thing with the resume. If you already have a resume, just want you to tune that up and gear it towards the profession you're going to get into with your degree. So, you know, if you're working in retail right now, but you want to be a nurse, you want to start working on that nurse resume, right? See what you can do to fill it out, what kind of certifications you can get, what kind of volunteer work can you do, what kind of training can you get before you go to send out your application, along with 1,000 other nurses graduating at the same time. So basically we're working on where you headed with your education, what kind of career they can get into. And some of this is maybe if you don't know quite which one to get into, think about it. Maybe for this project, pick the dream career and see if that's something you really want to do. A lot of students say they want to be pharmacists, but they find out it's a lot of education. It's about 8 years of school, very expensive education, and the job's very stressful, right? If I misgrade an essay, nobody dies. If a pharmacist misfills a prescription, somebody can get seriously hurt, and it's a lot of pressure. And if you go to CVS and watch them work, they work hard for their money. They make pretty good money, but they work hard for it, right? And of course, it's going to have all those student loans to pay off as well. But we're going to have that academic plan and the resume. Those are going to be ultimately in your career essay in the back of it. And we're also going to work on a scholarship essay. Northeast State scholarships, the application date is March 1st, so we're going to work on that and hopefully get that in. That's what I'm going to talk about in the rest of the video. Also, within your ePortfolio, you're going to have a professional image. For example, again, if you want to be a nurse, do you have a picture of you in scrubs? Do you have a picture of you in a hospital? If you want to be a veterinarian, can you show us animals that aren't trying to bite you? Kind of professional image. I mean, do the best you can. Sometimes, like a senior picture is a good one to use if you're a dual enrollment student or something like that. It just kind of depends on what profession and what you're looking to do. But nothing not you spring break with 2 beers in each hand, beer in each hand, right? We're looking for a more professional image than what you might post on TikTok or whatever. But that's what we're going to be working on first. Again, there's already another video going over the resume and academic plan. That video is from summer 2023, but it's still valid. So we're going to go with that one. But hopefully, eventually, once you start getting all this stuff in the ePortfolio, it's going to start looking pretty good. This is mine's about a year out of date. I'm going to be working on this along with you a little bit to get mine up to date. my LinkedIn page. But we can also do this in LinkedIn's just kind of Facebook for professional people. But we're also, if you're going to have the option to do it in D12. So if you don't like all your information out there, there's a different option. But eventually you're going to put your resume up there. You're probably going to retune your scholarship letter just a little bit for an introduction paragraph if you want to. It's kind of up to you. You can put images here. So like for me with teaching, they want to see us doing things with students. And I've taught internationally in France and Italy and Denmark. So I'm definitely going to put pictures of that up there on the internet. Can't show other people without their permission, but I can certainly prove that I was there. I also traveled with the International Education Program. Sometimes an e-portfolio where you can start adding images and stuff like that can be kind of powerful. And almost better than a business card or something like that. So we're going to be working on that supplemental material. Like I said, this video for the resume and academic plan. I want to show you the scholarship essay for the Northeast State, and hopefully eventually you're going to submit this essay and try and get a scholarship. It's always good to have more money, right? The scholarship prompts up here on tuition. It's also there right on the assignment sheet, but and hopefully you start getting this. There's Erin Blevins, who coordinates the scholarships. Awfully good at what she does. But we're just going to click on Northeast State scholarships, the Northeast State General Scholarship application. And this is what it looks like. And again, these are due by March 1st. So we're at a perfect time to work on something like this. You got to fill out all this information. They're going to ask different questions. That at the bottom, they're going to want a brief essay describing your need for the scholarship, your short-term and long-term career goals, and why you selected Northeast State as your college. And some of you is like, well, it's across the street from me, or it's cheaper, or Tennessee Promise. And again, even if you get in Tennessee Promise, you want to get scholarship money because books aren't free, as you've probably found out already. It's not free to go to college no matter what they do. But that's the brief essay we're working on. That's the prompt you'll see in the assignment sheet. If you're a dual enrollment student and you're thinking, well, wait a minute, I'm going to go to UT, excuse me, or ETSU, go to their scholarship site, use one of their prompts. Feel free to do that. We're all in a Northeast State class, so this is kind of why I'm showing you this one. But if you really think, I'm set for ETSU, like they got similar prompts. Everybody's prompts kind of general, and they want you to kind of figure out a way to write about yourself shortly, briefly. And by brief, if you're going much over 400 words, nobody's going to read the rest of it, right? So you don't want to write a 5,000-word biography of yourself. How can you get them to remember you quickly with your scholarship essay there? So hopefully, towards the end of February, we'll get you on here and we'll get this filled out and get you to apply for a scholarship and see what happens. Where are we at? So under material for career project, there's a how to write a good scholarship letter handout. It's also good to go online and see some examples of good ones. You don't want to steal somebody else's, right? Or don't get AI to do it because they all sound the same. You want to write something where somebody's going to remember you. And that's kind of what this little handout's saying. You want to start with a good hook. To make the reader remember you. What is there something about you that's going to stick in someone's head, and they're going to say, "Hey, we need to get, Raccoon, the Raccoon woman here a scholarship and get her to come to Northeast State because maybe you wrote something about raccoons. I don't know. Write about something you care about. Try to start with a clear point, stick to it. Surprise the reader in some ways. Again, try and get them to remember you in a positive way, obviously. But be careful with platitudes. If you're a nursing major and just say, I want to be a nurse because I like to help people, everybody's going to roll their eyes, right? Well, hopefully that's just kind of assumed that you kind of have some desire to make people feel better when they're sick or injured. What else can you say about nursing? What inspired you to get into nursing? Things like that. Was it a particular event that will make you stick out among other scholarship applicants? And of course, make sure you proofread everything. English counts. Make sure you're spelling your name correctly. Things like that. You'd be surprised how little silly stuff like that can really throw people off a little bit. And again, for length, probably about 300, 400 words. You want to keep it short. Whoever's reading this is going to be reading 1,000 of them. So you want to kind of make that impression just boom, quick, and make them remember you in a positive way, and make them think, hey, we need to give this person some money. And again, we'll be working on this in class as well. I thought that could be kind of hard because what's so special about you? And you're going to see in the journal entries, we're going to kind of ask the same question. What is it about you that sets you apart from everybody else? And you might be like, well, I don't know. But there has to be, there's something, right? We're not all the same, and we all have our particular talents. So, class schedule. So again, that's what we're going to be working on in class on Wednesday, the resume, academic plan, scholarship letter. Hopefully have that done by the 10th. Then we'll get started on the journals, and then start working on the career essay, which is also posted, but we're going to do the shorter writings first, and that'll kind of get us ready for that career essay. But hopefully that helps a little bit. So a lot of little stuff, not little, but shorter projects, shorter writings to work on before we get to the next essay. So kind of be a break so we can kind of go like, got the first one in, let's do some exercises, and then move on to the next essay. And I'll do another video on the next essay. And again, there's a video on showing you about how to do the resume and the academic plan and discussing those. So be sure to let me know if you have any questions, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.